let's spin this towards Duke, because I do want to ask you a little bit about the team that actually won this game, right? What is their ceiling? Like, how good is this team really? Are they the best team in the country to you? Are they better than the team that they beat that's currently the consensus number one team in the country in Auburn? Are you worried about a bunch of freshmen making a run towards a national title, which is what we always hear? Because I feel like this Duke team is different than past freshman-laden Duke teams that we've seen.
They are, and I'm sitting there. It's not just during this game. It's when you sit there and watch them all season, and you go down the list, and you're like, well, okay, talent, yep, size, yep, skill, yep, shooting, yep, scheme, offensively and defensively, yep. I mean, I'm watching tonight, and just right off the bat, I mean, the coaching on top of all the talent. I mean, John Shire, you can talk about, hey, he came in, took over for Coach K. He doesn't rest. Like you could tell when they went up 21 in the first half, he's got his arms locked with his assistants, and he's making sure everybody is locked in and that they keep, the foot on the gas and push this thing out. And so as I break all that down for Duke, I'm asking myself, how are they not the most complete team in America? If they have all that on top of we'll get to Cooper, right? And all the other guys they have around him. Malik Brown coming back is massive for this team.
Huge.
Because on both ends, I mean, I talked about the positional size for them months ago, and how when you have positional size, yes, that's great. But when you have positional size and play like you don't have positional size, with a desperation defensively, with just a mindset defensively where, hey, we don't have to just rely on our length and our athleticism. That's what I love about this team. And on top of that, what makes defenses really good and what makes this defense really good for Duke, and you could say this for Houston, for Tennessee at times, like Auburn at times, like all these teams that are in the upper echelon defensively, it's not just their ability to keep the ball in front. It's not just their ability to contest shots. It's the recovery. And then what they did tonight was say, you know what? I'm going to be really, really pragmatic. And if I can go help off, like Cooper Flagg, if I can go help off from the block and go throw two on Elliot Cadeau and make him feel uncomfortable, I know for a fact that if somehow the ball gets over my head, Malawach is under the basket to deter the shot. Malik Brown's rotating over. And that's what's so impressive to me about this team, is because I watch them, and Con Knibble plays like he's 23. Cooper Flagg plays like he's 23. Malawach plays like he's 20. I mean, it's just, they're not normal freshmen. They just aren't. So that's why, like, I go through that checklist, and I'm truly, again, asking myself how they are not the most complete team in college basketball.
Yeah, and I'll add to that. Not only do your freshmen play like they're 23, but you got a bunch of 23-year-olds around those freshmen that understand their roles and understand what they're being asked to do and understand their job. Jeff, we just saw Auburn in person last weekend. You saw Auburn play Duke in Cameron Indoor Stadium. Who is the best team out of those two?
Duke. I think Duke's the best team. I really believe that, because I just believe they're getting better. Their ceiling is higher. They have three freshmen that are playing a ton. Obviously, Auburn's got Pettiford, but I just think this Duke team, what they have, and I know Jay Williams said it earlier, and I kind of went out on my Twitter. I didn't even look at his response, but Cooper Flagg's the best player in the country, guys. He is. I mean, Janai is awesome. Cooper Flagg does everything. He does everything. Like, he's one of, and I know I got pushback from this too. I've been doing this a long time. I would say he's one of the top 10, certainly freshmen I've ever seen, guys, overall. Everything, when you put it all together, this guy is special. He's special. I mean, what doesn't he do? And the other part, guys, is the intangible factor that we're not talking about, that he is all about winning in an era right now in which it's very hard to be all about winning, because you've got NIL. You got players transferring in and out. You got social media. You have all these distractions that honestly affect so many players around the country, but they don't affect Cooper Flagg, and they don't affect Duke.
Well, they do affect some teams in the SEC, and it might have affected Arkansas this season, but you know what did not affect Arkansas this season? the Rupp Arena crowd, that Rupp Arena environment, or John Calipari's return to Lexington? He did it, Jeff. He pulled it off. John Calipari goes back into Rupp Arena and knocks off number 12 Kentucky 89-79. And we're going to tell you all about it coming up next.